The long-awaited sequel to one of the biggest shooters in the past decade and arguably one of Blizzard's top IPs, Overwatch, is finally here. After almost 3 long years since the announcement, the game is a wild mess. From multiple hour-long queues to shitty business practices, this is my take on the launch of Overwatch 2. Launch day for Overwatch 2 was like Christmas Eve. At school I was eagerly waiting for my day to go by so I could play Overwatch 2 when I got home. When the school day finally ended, I got on my PC and...
20,000!
The queues on launch day prevented anyone that wasn't XQC from playing the game at all. I'm pretty sure watching paint dry would be more entertaining because at least you'd be able to laugh at yourself at the fact that you're watching paint dry. But no, you're waiting for Overwatch 2. That's not it. Even after waiting 8 hours just to get into the fucking menu, you can get disconnected from the queue, or God forbid, once you got into a game, you could get disconnected. Yes, I understand the game was being DDoS at the time, but Activision Blizzard is a company with a market cap valued at $57.5 billion. Surely a company would be able to afford at least sufficient DDoS protection, considering Overwatch 2 would be one of the biggest multiplayer game launches in over 2 years. Eventually, after a day or two, the game for me and most of my friends became playable with a 1 to 2 hour queue. As of writing the script, the servers have stabilized and the queue is now unheard of, but the mere fact that a good chunk of this video was dedicated to how long the fucking queue times were, it should tell you well enough on how it went. So, the game itself is fine. 5v5, push, the new heroes, and maps have made the game feel new and fresh. Although, considering this game took at least 3 years to develop, that's not great. I mean, in the time from Echo's release back in 2020, we could have gotten all the new hero releases and all of the other new content in that time. I understand that most of the time was probably spent developing PvE, which isn't even supposed to release till early 2023, but why couldn't they have just slowly released content from 2020 to 2022 instead of putting the game on life support and basically pulling a Fortnite Chapter 2, but instead of calling it an update, they call it a sequel to the original, which it definitely isn't. I understand it's likely for marketing, because a sequel is a lot more interesting than a revamp update, but again, why couldn't they have just released the content slowly over the past 2 years? Anyways, moving on, let's talk about the monetization model the game is going with now. Instead of having the game's characters be free for everyone now, you have to unlock the characters, and for the new ones, you have to buy the Battle Pass, which is completely ridiculous. Although Overwatch 1 players got Kiriko and all the old characters are free, it seems predatory of Blizzard to do this. As now to unlock new content either as a free-to-play player unlocking the old characters, or if you just wanted to unlock the new characters, you would have to spend hours grinding just to get them, or you'd have to pay up to Blizzard. Now you're probably frothing at the mouth saying, but it's Leslie, Apex and Valorant have already doing this, so what's the issue here? They have to make money somehow. To prove you wrong, let me introduce you to a game called Fortnite. Whether or not you have a positive or negative opinion on the game, you can't deny that the game is popular and that Epic Games has made a shit ton of money off of it. The thing here is though, no gameplay content besides Save the World, which doesn't really count as it's always been pay to play, has ever been locked behind a paywall. It has always been having to pay or grind for cosmetics. Speaking of cosmetics, Blizzard completely fucked them. Any old skins you wanted from Overwatch 1 are now all $19 each, and they only appear in the shop occasionally. Not new skins, old skins which you could have gotten completely for free are now 19 tangible dollars. So, in summary, the game has some more good and a lot more bad. I still like the game itself, it's just the direction Blizzard is taking it is just gonna kill the game again. Guaranteed the day Blizzard releases an absolutely broken or a complete horseshit hero for the Battle Pass, a lot of the community is gonna get mad and potentially stop spending money on the game or maybe even quit the game. I am gonna remain hopeful though. We supposedly have PvE coming in around 6 months, which should be fun. Also, Overwatch 2 was likely around 2 weeks old by the time this video is published, so there is definitely time to improve the game, Blizzard. Anyways, that's it. See ya.